And we are joined now by Cory Churko, who grew up in Moose Jaw and for the past 20-some years, I guess, has played guitar for a number of artists, including Shania Twain. And Cory, you're just on a break from that tour now, getting ready to head across the pond, I guess, for the second half of the tour. So how's that been going? What's life like when you get to work with Shania Twain every day?
Well, I got to tell you, I feel very, very, fortunate to be able to play to crowds that are built in. All the arenas are full. You don't have to work very hard to get that payoff.
And I see that you wore your Riders jersey today too, so there'll be a lot of happy people because, especially in Lloydminster, it's a split city, right? Half of it in Saskatchewan, half in Alberta. So a lot of Eskimos fans here. You might upset some of them, but got to stay true to your roots, right?
That's right. That's right.
Now, tell me about the connection to Lloydminster. I saw some photos on Facebook that the Washington Capitals Stanley Cup winning goalie Braden Holtby has one of your signature guitars. How did that all happen?
Well, I know his mom through Facebook. Now, she was an artist way back in the 80s when my family band was traveling around. And so I sort of knew of her, but we never actually met until Facebook happened. So we just sort of started chatting through Facebook, and she started to see my guitar that I was releasing through Prestige Guitars. And she thought it'd be a great gift for the family to give to Braden for winning the Stanley Cup.
How does that make you feel? I mean, I know you're a big hockey fan. I see all your photos on Facebook with, you've been to now almost every NHL arena. So how does it feel to see the Stanley Cup winning goalie with the cup and one of your guitars?
It's probably one of the most goosebump moments of my life, to be honest. The picture of my guitar leaning against the Stanley Cup is definitely going up in my house. Going to print that one up for sure. It's amazing.
Well, and maybe he could even be nice enough to sign it for you. He's a pretty nice guy, so I bet he'll.
Yes, I did get to meet him in January when they played the Kings down here. So yeah, he's fantastic.
So tell me a little bit about life on the road, Cory, with Shania and trying to work out a balance. Is it just go, 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 and sometimes you don't even know what city you're in?
Yeah, you sort of have to look at your itinerary and see where you are, because a lot of shows are back to back. So you might end one show and then you get on the bus right after the show and you drive to the next city. So when you're in a lot of the East Coast cities where everything's close together, then you definitely have to make sure you know where you are and not make a mistake when you're on stage and you're like, hello, Cleveland, but you're really in Cincinnati.
Is it like work for you, though? I mean, a lot of people would be envious. Obviously, it's very hard work to, get out and to get to the level that you're at. But is it still more fun than work most times?
I never take it for granted. The guys that really work are the crew, the guys that put up the show every day. They're there from very early in the morning until late at night. And really, aside from the rehearsal, which is pretty grueling, once you get on the road, it's pretty easy. You show up for a couple hours in the day and you put on a great show. Like I said, it's really easy because the crowd is so into it and you feel really appreciated. So I can't complain at all. It's magic.
All right, well, thank you, Cory. We'll be back with you next hour. And if you want to check out the social media, Twitter and Instagram at Cory Churko and also at Took Rocks. All right, back again with Cory Churko. Thank you so much for joining us, Cory. I know you're busy in the middle of the tour playing guitar with Shania Twain, but I want to talk about your other band, Took. I see that you have a new single coming out, and tell me a little bit about the band itself and when you actually have time to even play in this band.
All right. Well, Took is a labor of love between me, Todd Kearns, and Brent Fitz, Todd and Shane Gallus. Now, Todd and Brent both play with Slash right now. They're getting ready to go on his tour with Slash. Shane is from Innisfil, Alberta, so he's an Alberta boy. He's on tour with Bees right now in Japan, which is a super group in Japan. They sell out Tokyo Dome like 3 nights in a row. So we're all like these international musicians who live abroad and who love our roots and how we grew up. And so we decided to get together and make a record of all the songs that we grew up cutting our teeth on from, the old classic Canadian rock days.
Now, what is the single that's going to be coming out? You say you had a tease today that you have a single coming out. Which song is that?
Well, it's a secret right now. We're kind of alluding to it on our Instagram posts. If you look at them, you'll probably in the next few days you'll get to know what the song is. But it is a song that everybody knows around the world, not just Canadians.
I saw that you had Jeff Neal step in and play Jeff Neal from Streetheart, and Streetheart is, you know, obviously Canadian classic band. I think everybody knows them. Is it still kind of fun and almost awe-inspiring for you to play with the guys that you listened to growing up and have them know who you are and chat back and forth with you?
It's probably the biggest perk of starting up Took is getting the kudos from people like Bill Henderson, the lead singer of Chilliwack, from Barry Connors, the drummer from a band called Toronto, of course, we all remember Your Daddy Don't Know. Jeff Neal, he's such a great guy. He filled in for me when I couldn't make a show when I was playing with Shania. And it was really cool for, you know, to hear him playing those street art tunes with Took, playing his old parts, you know. So it really is magic when you can get the appreciation. Kim Mitchell said how much he likes the project. Ray McGuire from Trooper loves the project. So yeah, like I said, it's a labor of love, and it means extra when you can get those guys saying good things about it.
And one more thing that's very important to you, Cory, is the fact that you're vegan. So I know on some of your social media posts you get the chance to promote that as well. Why is that an important way for you to live your life?
Well, I just you know, I couldn't. It's so easy in 2018 to not eat meat, to not drink dairy. And when there's so much suffering that goes on in that industry, I couldn't justify taste for murder or death, or, you know, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
It's killing animals that don't want to be killed. And, you know, I just in my own life, I wanted to show a little compassion, and it really is easy to be vegan, and you can just get the fake meats if you want, or you don't have to eat the fake meats at all. There's no reason to ever think you're going to not have enough protein in your diet. Right.
Well, Cory, we're running out of time here. I very appreciate the causes that you're behind, just talking about them, talking about the bands and everything you're involved with, and, you know, having a good old Moose Jaw boy on the show. So thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. And once again, it's at Cory Churko and at Took Rocks. Cory, good luck with the rest of the tour with Shania. Thank you once again.
Thanks so much.